Hey guys, it's Jan Burnt Toast here with the fourth installment of my Junk2Race scooter build. So where's the bike? Today is May 1st, by the way. So April 30th passed yesterday. That was a 3-week deadline. That was the whole goal for this build, was to build it in 3 weeks. Where's the bike? Could that be it right there? Holy crap, no way. No way. That piece of crap I had earlier turned into this? Whoa! I tell you what, it did not look like this at 7 o'clock in the morning yesterday. But here she is. So, Junk2Race bike. Kind of completed. So let me go over some of the details with you. Basically, if you recall last video, I was pretty bummed out about the whole frame deal and how it was kind of tweaked and bent. So the day after, or 2 days after, I actually tried to go to a buddy of mine, Wayne's house. We tried to bend it back. Sort of worked, helped out a little bit, and then, I don't know, I wasn't too enthused about it Friday night. And then Saturday, I was just like, you know what the heck, I'll at least try to make it look good. And I started painting the frame, what I had. I'll try to add pictures of that too. And that was Saturday. That's pretty much all I got done. I got a little bit of brake setup done, just cleaned up the caliper, worked on the throttle, tried to get that together, and that's it. And then by Sunday morning, the day of the ride, the rally, nothing was complete and nothing was tested. I mean, what are the odds that I'd be able to put it together, right? It was 7 o'clock in the morning. The ride was get there at 9:30, wheels or side stands up at 10:30. They would take off. And I was just like, what the hell? I'll just start throwing stuff together. Let's see. Let's just try. And I did. And here's what came of it. I basically had it all together in roughly 3 hours. Again, hopefully, if I haven't showed the picture already, I'll add that to it, you know, what I started off with in the morning. And yeah, lots of untested stuff. I mean, let me just go over some of the things. Boom, there's the front disc setup, actually all mounted up. New brake pads, new EBC brake pads. There's the front bars, front throttle, check it out, the fly bar ends. That's the brake master cylinder. Now that brake master cylinder still has the old fluid from the junky bike I had. I didn't get a chance to mess with any of that stuff. I just simply didn't have time. So it was a matter of throwing the brake on and seeing if it worked. If it wasn't gonna work, I wasn't gonna go anywhere because I'm not really gonna ride it half-ass. Well, I wasn't gonna ride it without a front brake, but it worked. Lo and behold. So it stops. You press the lever, front brake stops. Cool. So next up, let's see. I basically wanted to get running gear set up. So that's brakes, front brake, rear brake. And then I would throw the electrical system back on. So that's kind of the sequence I went in. I also did the throttle cable in that time. So, and that's it right there. Check it out, the blue cable. It's super long because it's meant for, that's a Honda Elite. Anyway, this is a tiny frame and it's just a long cable. And there's a carburetor. Check out this carb setup right there. Look at that. You see that piece holding the carb on? That long pipe? Well, that is a piece of sewer pipe I found while walking my dog. Came in super handy. So the carb to the intake is a different fitting. It's got like a spigot, and I'll try to add a picture of that too. I just didn't have a way to connect it, so that sewer pipe totally came in handy. Super random. And then we got this custom fuel setup. Boom, just on-off valve, simple inline high flow filter, and to the barb here, can't see it, and don't forget this fuel tank. Last you saw it, I think video 2, it was completely rusted. I mean, not completely, but it was pretty gunky, it was pretty bad. So the chances of this thing running were pretty slim. at least in running consistently, right? But I was like, screw it, I'll throw it on there, I'll give it a shot, throw the filter on. I did it. Boom. Next up, threw the electrical system on. We got to try to get it legal, right? Got to have headlight, got to have taillight. Well, let's see what we got for the headlight. Oh, snaps. Yep. That is a bicycle headlight, or a little flashlight, really. A little bicycle mount. Super funny. I don't know if that'll stand up, but next up to the taillight. Check that out. Yep, lots of zip ties. Mighty Car Mods, Roadkill, they'd be proud. This is the stock Vino taillight, missing the lens, as you can see, with some red tape. And it totally works. Like, you got zip ties, I got that tied down. It's fairly sturdy, and it lights up, and the brake lever even works, so it, you know, like flashes or gets brighter when you press it. It's pretty legit. It's too legit. Moving on. So, and on this side, womp womp womp. You see the exhaust. Nothing too much going on this side. What you would have seen on this side is all the liquid cooling stuff. It's gonna have the radiator here, fancy pipe, water pump, another radiator, etc. So I didn't have time for any of that. Simply put, I just ran out of time. With the setback I had with the frames, and then the bar mounts too. Check that out. That's the mini bike bar mounts. Super sturdy. Totally worked out great. Really happy about that. But yeah, the motor setup, I mean, I basically had to keep it 50cc. There's just no time to do the liquid cool conversion. That may be in the cards later, you know, I mean, we'll see. But basically for this ride, I was just hoping to try to get it going. So I slapped all that stuff together, and then it started up. Didn't expect it. I kicked it, sprayed some carburetor cleaner, and it started up. First startup, Project Junk2Race. So after that, after I had it started, I slapped on this front panel piece. This is off Sim Arnada. It's a copy of a Honda Dio. I just had this laying around. I've always wanted to use it for this type of build, so I think it looks pretty cool. It's kind of got like a racy look to it, and then the bars are kind of cafe'd out, you know, kind of drop down. It's totally, I like it. And then, yeah, and the paint, you know, the blue and the yellow, I think it kind of pops pretty good. I went with yellow on the frame just because it kind of went along with the shock, and then the blue throttle cable, I had that. I don't know, just kind of went with it. Didn't get a chance to paint the rims, might do that later on. But anyway, the funny stuff was that it worked. And this was like 11 o'clock now. So by this point I had missed the ride, but I was like, maybe I could still at least meet everybody at the rendezvous point, which is like downtown. It's a good solid 30 miles away from where I live. And I was like, well, it started up. Why don't I just ride it over there? On a completely untested setup. You know, the carburetor is actually the 19mm Del Orto, tuned for a 70 setup. Totally unplanned to use for this, for a stock 50. So it didn't work well. I mean, it ran kind of like crap. But it ran. It was good up to a quarter throttle. And it was good enough for me to make it the whole way. I went downtown. I came back with mostly successful. I mean, yeah. A couple other neat things to point out. Check out that seat. So before I just had like a trash bag over it because the foam was just all ripped through there. You know, this thing had originally sat outside. While I was building all of this, my mom happened to be there, and I asked her if she could cover the seat up. She did a pretty good job. Duct tape, but it looks decent. And so yeah, thanks Mom. And check out that electrical system. That's right. That's the old stock lever that has the kill switch and the starter button. Because roadkill, I mean, yeah, lots of wire stuff going on right there, not connected, but that's okay. Yeah, it works. And then foot pegs, right? Check out my custom, oh, foot pegs. Nobody got time for that. There's no foot pegs. You just kind of put your feet wherever. Super funny. Yeah, so it's a pretty awkward riding position, but you get used to it. And it's pretty fun. It's super stiff. Like this thing, I could tell it could handle some more speed for sure. So there you have it. Junk2Race build. Let me try to kind of pan over the bike here. So, it's not quite the 70cc liquid cooled, beast I was hoping to make, but it's a pretty cool looking bike. It's totally custom. It's totally last minute. It was a total gamble to try to ride it, but it's worked. So what's next for it? I don't know, we'll have to see. I'm actually hopefully get a chance to tweak out the frame a little bit, like fix it up even more, and then maybe do some of that 70cc liquid cooled stuff and not have to worry about time constraints. That's kind of the plan, but only time will tell. Right now I'm totally gonna take a break on that stuff because it kicked my ass for a while. So, but there she is. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. You got some comments, let me know if you think it looks like crap or it is crap. Well, it's crap that's polished up a little bit. But it runs, so I'm happy. Yeah, thanks for watching.